Now let's get into it. I don't normally get involved with things like this, but you know what got me up and off the couch is the fact that whenever I scroll through on that TikTok or whatever, I see lady after lady after lady saying, I don't regret my vote. I don't regret voting away my interest. I don't regret giving away my daughter's future to her bodily autonomy. I don't care about that. Out of all the things to care about, why do we have a whole bunch of ladies on here talking about we don't regret voting for Donald Trump? And what did I find out today? I found out that in that big, beautiful bill, and they're going to defund all of the clinics that have anything to do with birth control and abortion. They're going to defund all of those. Just think about it. You're effectively making it illegal to have abortion. That you're effectively doing that when you defund all of the clinics. No more governmental money. Most of these clinics are going to close because they don't have enough money. So therefore, you're effectively saying you're not going to be able to get birth control. You're not going to be able to have an abortion. So it's going to effectively be illegal across the government, across the United States. And it's just going to be a matter of time before a state says, we're going to make it illegal because you don't have enough money. And we're going to make it difficult for you to get wherever you need to get. Now people have to figure out what state is legal and what state is not legal. And therefore you can travel and do whatever you got to do. But some states will make it illegal for you to come back in the states and do all of these things related to birth control and whatnot. And the next thing you know, it's going to be criminal. So these ladies who are happy that Donald Trump won, to me, it feels as though you signed away your rights, your child's rights, your daughter's rights, everybody's rights to have an abortion from here on out because you allowed all of this to happen. By voting Donald Trump in, we could have had some kind of provision that would have codified Roe versus Wade, and then we would have been able to have some kind of rights. But now, I don't know how we turn the clock around. I don't know how we turn this clock around. And these ladies, these following ladies, are happy that they voted away their rights. Their rights. I just don't understand it. Just don't understand.
It's been 70 days since Trump took office, and I'm still wondering, what rights did I lose again? I'll wait.
Alright, so I am getting ready for work, but I wanted to take a minute and respond to this really dumb comment where it says I didn't deny a single thing. Because one person was like, I hope you sleep well knowing that you voted for President Trump, and the separation of families. And I want you to know something. The majority of Americans did. The majority of Americans voted to close our border. The majority of Americans voted to have our immigration laws finally obeyed. The majority of Americans voted to get criminals off of our street. And I'm sorry, I love how the media try to tell us that crossing a border is not a crime. It's a misdemeanor with the consequences of deportation. So if you want to talk about uneducated, I think it's y'all, not me, and the conservative movement. So yes, I have nothing to deny. I would vote for President Trump if he was running again tomorrow. Okay? Do I support everything President Trump has done in his personal life? Absolutely not. But guess what? I didn't vote for my pastor. I voted for my president, and he's a very good president. So I have nothing to deny. Your neighbors are probably Trump supporters. The president won not only the electoral college vote, he won the popular vote. Could you imagine if we had that hyena in office? I couldn't. So I have nothing to deny. I did vote for President Trump. And I do it again. And I'm sorry, if you're caught at a Chick-fil-A, if you're caught at a birthday party, but you still don't have your paperwork filed and you're on the deportation list, they're not gonna wait for you to finish your birthday party before they take you home. You can have your birthday party at home. Anything else? Any other questions?
It's only when they know who it is, they're related to them, it touches them personally, that they have something to say. But these are the Maganites who, they don't care. They say, get the hell out. They do not care.
These mostly peaceful protests. So what's everybody think about these mostly peaceful protests? I find it really funny that January 6th, which I was there, was called an insurrection, even though that was a complete and total setup. And anybody that was there knows that. This is the second time these people have burnt cities to the ground, and it's been called mostly peaceful. So if you are on the left and you are still condoning this, I don't feel bad for you.
These people just want to see somebody else hurt. You cannot get these people from believing what they want to believe. I understand people, you want people to get out of the country and you want them to come in the right way. There are people coming in the right way who came in the right way.
Everybody sucks, you don't really know why, but you want to justify. If someone's head off, no human contact, and if you interact, your life is on contract.
People are coming in and doing the right thing. They're doing the right thing. They're getting the paperwork together. But what do you expect them to do? They did the right thing. Now they can't do the right thing. Now that means nothing because he's deporting everybody.
Okay, so on top of losing friends, we have my family who I'm the only conservative Republican in my family. My family is traditionally Democrat. I have a mother who, my birth mother, my mother that kind of raised me passed recently, but I have a birth mother who totally doesn't understand anything that I have going on. I mean, she doesn't like hate me, but she's not with it. My aunts, many of them who are AKA like Kamala Harris, have totally disowned me. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm rolled out of all their wills at this point. They don't understand me. They say that, you know, same thing. I've sided with white supremacists, you know, I'm racist. What happened? I was born Democrat. Nobody is born Democrat. I'm born to choose to vote for whoever I want to. I don't.
Ice, baby. All right, stop, collaborate and listen. I sit back with my brand new invention. Something grabs a hold of me tightly, flow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Turn off the lights and I'll glow. To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle.
I'm just trying to understand the humanity, the lack of humanity. I'm just trying to understand that part. I mean, I get everything. I just don't understand that part. Just happy.
Thank you. Thank you.
They don't regret asking him to put people in cages. They don't regret any of that. Okay, they're okay with all of that.
Cause we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Hey, Uncle Sam, put your name.
You notice that a lot of these people that don't regret their votes, these are white women who lost the right, who have less rights, whose children will have less rights than they do. And these are white women happy to vote for Donald Trump. Why would you be glad that a person would lose their right to their body? Why would you be glad of that? I don't understand that either. It's like everybody voted against their own best interests. I don't understand it. And none of these, and you notice these are women. These are women. What happened to the women standing up for other women? It's like you decided that you were just going to give all of our rights away. Give all of our rights away as women. And you're a woman. You notice all the people who don't regret, all of the people that don't regret their vote is mostly women who don't regret their vote. Mostly women. That's sad. You vote against your own interests. You voted to have your daughters and your granddaughters' rights to have complete autonomy over her body stripped away. They're trying to take all of those rights away. They're trying to ban abortion through this big gigantic bill that they have going through Congress. It has provisions in which they take away monies allocated to all of these clinics, so that effectively shutting those clinics down because they're not getting that money, which means women don't have access to reproductive rights. Women don't have access to abortion. Women don't have access to a lot of things, which means rights for the women are going out the window. Once it makes it illegal on the federal level, it's only going to follow that it's going to be on the state level. Then abortion is going to be illegal across the land. I swear to God, this is so wild. It's wild to imagine that women have decided we're just going to vote against our interests. We just going to vote against them. We're going to vote against our daughter's interests. Only thing I can say is that's more women than a little bit that are getting on here and saying that they don't regret their vote. And that's a sad part. This is more sad than we know, because now we know the bill that's about to be hitting the floor, already back at the House to be approved, has in it provision in order to take monies away from clinics. And so it's a sad day to listen to these ladies. It's a sad day.